I personally have a mixed opinion when it comes to underage users on the internet. Why is that, you ask? Simple. While most underage users are clearly not ready for the internet, there are a few exceptions to that. The way I look at it, as long as the user can maturely handle the internet and all the things that come with it, then they are perfectly fine in my book. Let us take MetaLily1 for example. She is a user that is only 11 years old. However, she has about the same level of maturity as someone such as Brawlmaster08. She clearly knows how the internet works, and I respect her greatly for that. Lily is the perfect example of how an underage user should behave. Not only that, but she's also very talented. Unfortunately, though, people like her are given a very bad name by the immature underage users. These are the ones that clearly cannot handle the internet. So let us go over these types, and I shall address my opinion on them. Now, one of the main reasons why I think that most kids should not be on the internet is because there are going to be a lot of bad things here that they may not be able to handle, such as flame wars, for example. For any underage users out there, just know that this is stuff that always happens on the internet. And if you're not able to handle it, then I suggest that you reconsider going on these websites. There are plenty of child-friendly websites for you to visit, such as CartoonNetwork.com, etc. Next, I want to talk about the ones who make videos on websites such as YouTube. And trust me, this is where it gets really bad. Most videos made by underage users suck. This is because most of them have no effort put into them, and instead are just made in attempts to jump on bandwagons or to gain attention. It is also common that these users will rip off other users, most commonly in the category of ranting. They will often copy someone else in terms of what they say or in their style, sometimes going as far as copying others word for word. I will say this, seeing as how they are little kids, they don't know any better, and as long as they learn from their mistakes, then it's okay. If not, then someone probably needs to step up and say something about it eventually. If the users don't rip off someone, then it's common that they don't know anything about the topic that they are discussing, and again, are just doing it for the popularity and nothing else. Now, if you're an underage user, then don't be discouraged by this. There's always room for improvement in my eyes. You just need to listen to the criticism that you receive. However, many kids are not able to take criticism just yet, and that's another reason why I think that they may not be ready for the internet. Another thing that I hate about the videos that these users make is that a lot of times they feel the need to cuss. Now, if a teenager or adult cusses in a video, then that's fine because they have their right to do so. But when I hear a 9-year-old cussing like a freaking sailor, then that's just pathetic. Most of these kids do this in an attempt to be like the AVGN, Nostalgia Critic, etc. Look, kids, cussing does not make you cool, and people will most likely look at you in a bad way if you do so. I could talk about the ones that feel the need to cuss out a 20-year-old man on Xbox Live, but I would be repeating myself, trust me. The final thing that I want to talk about here is how there are users that are foolish enough to give out their personal information, such as their phone number and address, on the internet. This is probably the biggest danger of kids being on the internet, because if users give this information away, then someone could track them down and could hurt them. But again, kids don't know any better, and this is where the parents come in. It is their responsibility to teach their kids about the internet and to check on what they are doing online. If these parents want to be lazy and let their kids just hop on the web, then that's fine by me, but when someone is climbing in your windows and snatching your people up, then that's your own fault. In conclusion, I think that kids are fine on the internet as long as they are mature and know how the internet works. If not, then they need to just visit websites made for kids, such as CartoonNetwork.com. If you can't handle the internet just yet, then it's better for you to leave and come back when you are ready. Take this from me. I used to be a hated underage user myself, and I admit my mistakes. You should do what I did and leave until you are more mature. Cussing does not make you cool, and you should have good knowledge of a topic before making a video about it on the internet. That's all I really have to say here, so farewell.